everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm-hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high-achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like-minded individuals on the road to greater success. And today's show is a collaboration between In the Know 360 and Anxious Money.
Get on, boys. Yeah. Shout out, shout out. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for every time I go on here, right? I think of WWE, because I used to watch wrestling growing up. So I'm like,
Let's go.
Thank you so much for joining me today, sir. So the first question is, who is Anxious Money?
You already know Anxious Money from Jersey. Big story behind Anxious Money, but I always been doing music since I'm about, let's say, 11 years old.
Uh-huh.
My next door neighbor was a producer and did a lot of music with Smith and Wesson,
Okay.
and he did a lot of producing, and that was my babysitter back in the day. So I just watched. Eventually, I started doing it, and it's been a passion for me ever since.
That's so
I
dope.
love it.
Shout out to Smith and Wesson. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. Shout
You
out to Mike Splatter. That's yes.
I love it. So you mentioned that your sound is very different from everyone else. What do you think sets your production apart and also the delivery in today's hip hop scene?
I feel like I grew up in that gritty era. That Redman and Wu Tang, the
Yes.
'90s. Mob Deep. Like I could go on and on, but that was my vibe. That's what I grew with, and I feel like as far as rapping today, nobody's got that voice, that difference that I got, and I got my own lane, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm driving straight, so watch out. We got big projects coming, and in hip hop right now, I feel you need to not only have your own lane, but you need to set a standard for yourself and
Mm,
what you stand up for. And for
right.
as far as Anxious Money, I'm gonna be real with you. The music I've been through everything I say. I don't lie, but
Mhm.
family is most important to me. I'm a
Mm.
family man, and I'm here to get them. That's it. Like you gonna hear me. That's what it's gonna be.
That's what's up. I love it.
Mhm.
And so,
Yeah,
by the way, Anxious Money, how did you come up with your name?
that's funny. That's funny. I've always been ADHD, anxious. Can't sit down. Like 10 things on the mind, and at first it started out with kid anxious, and I'm like, definitely ain't no kid no more. So I said, we're gonna do it big, we're gonna go for it. I need that money, and I linked anxious with money, and that's what it is.
Oh,
Felt
wow. Okay.
like I felt like
That's,
it's one of the names you hear and you're like, hmm. So
you know what's
hmm.
so funny? I tell you, I tell you what, because I love to research, right? So I typed in anxious money, just curious,
Hey,
right? And there's a lot of like meditational things. There's a lot of people that are doing the whole manifestation, anxious money, because when you're anxious about the money, it's like you're attracting the money, you're attracting the abundance, the wealth, you know what I mean? Your
that's
desire.
beautiful right there. Yes.
I
Keep
mean,
going. I want to hear
y'all go check it out. I'm
it.
telling you, type it in
Yeah.
Google, access to money. You can see a whole bunch of different meditational stuff, manifestation stuff. That's what it's about, right? Because when
Yeah.
we're wealthy already inside
Yeah.
us, it's
And
just
you don't come money don't come from money's different, but wealth, like you just said, that's what we hold. And you know for me, positivity is the best one. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I did forget something, and I want to tune in on it because I feel like everybody is in a lane right now where we're all talking about the same shit. Gangs, guns. It's not
Right.
about that for me, man. I'ma hit topics. I wanted to get my name out there first, but now that I got some people behind me, I want to hit topics like single parenthood, man.
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
daily struggles. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of people that, you know, not necessarily from the hood, but
Right.
they have a struggle.
Yes.
And it's not just about, coming from somewhere and having to come out alive. You in the jungle, you come out alive. Now, I was in and out of that, but as far as I feel like mental health is a big subject that I need to touch on.
Yeah.
The single parenthood, and third, I feel like positivity. Like, us rappers need us, not even rappers, but like I work I'm working with female dancers that want to do my music. Like, I want everybody to tap in and help each other out, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, Jersey's always been that if you ain't got love, everywhere else, you still getting that Jersey love. So
Right.
that's what I love about Jersey.
Mm, mm.
Shout out I am Big Seven. Very much good podcast, bro. Jersey all the way. And he's one of my favorite podcasts, man. But yes, I feel like we all need to, instead of, you know, trying to show off for labels and independent artists, if you link up with people that are doing the same thing,
Right.
easier to blow, man. You know,
Yeah,
just
that's true.
you gotta separate yourself from other artists. Cause right now there's a million artists because you could do this independently. So there's got to be something that separates you from the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And besides the topics, it's that voice. I got them. I love delivery, my key. I love the cameras. I love performing. It's just that's me. I was blessed to not be shy,
Mm.
and I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm here for Jersey, and we gonna do something, man. We definitely going up.
Yes, I see it, especially like on your
See how
videos.
anxious I am?
I'm like, man, that scene with the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde video, we're gonna probably I'll talk to
Oh,
because I'm like, wow, that's
if
like
you really think about it, right? If you really think about it,
we
that
do
makes sense.
have yeah, we do
Yes,
have Dr. Jekyll,
yes.
Mr. Hyde to two different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like some people really take out that Mr. No, don't get it. I mean, there's some people that help you to be more positive, but there's some people that's like whoop, be pushing your button.
hmm Hey, listen, and I'll be real with you. When I first started, I was all about talking about what I went through, and like now I feel like, why am I praising negative stuff, man? I'm not out here to tell y'all this how stupid I was to be in prison, and my kids might see this one day, man. But like, some point you have to be certified in this game, bro. People will test you. And
Yeah,
anxious ain't gonna be tested by nobody. I tell you that right now. Like, what I talk about is real, and when I talk about it, it's because it's coming from a part of my heart where there was negativity at that time, and that's not where I want to be in life right now, man. I don't.
right.
I got two little girls. Like, I can't. Did you get? By the way, did you get the snippet of "Forgive You"?
Um, we have to. I have to check
I
that out.
just put. Yeah, we just put it up yesterday. It's just a little snippet of the chorus, but
Yeah, the
that
little girls. Yeah, yeah, I did.
yeah, yeah. When
I like.
you hear that, like, I was gonna wait, but I want to drop it. Like, I'm too anxious to keep putting up content for it, and like, I'm like, it's done. Let's go. I'm waiting on it to be engineered as we speak. So that
Hmm.
one's gonna touch some people, man. And I do want to say about this song "Forgive You." Me and my homeboy, Capone, shout out Capone. That's my partner. That's my homie in this music, man. That's my everything with music. It just so happens we going through the same situation, bro. He's got a little girl,
Wow.
and he's a single father. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Wow.
right now, I ain't gonna put my business out there, but right now things ain't going good with me and my kid's mother. And I'm
Yeah.
not just the only single parent. She's a single parent too. So, you know,
Yeah.
when y'all hear this song, I'm not just strictly talking about single dads. It's about single parenthood.
Right.
Clearly, you know, just want to put that out there. And Jekyll and Hyde, I didn't even know Capone was putting that out. He snuck that out. That was a good one though. But hey,
Yeah, we both have two sides of the coin, like the
no
yin and
matter
the
what,
yang. It depends,
yeah,
and then you get that, a person, or it could be whatever person, place, or thing that triggers you, right? And people know how to
the
push
old
that
you
button.
come
So
out. Yeah, the old you come out or the negative you come out. Exactly. And just so y'all know, that song, I remember this clearly. I got my Lexus truck and I was driving to see my homeboy, and Capone hit me with that chorus. We did that song, both verses. Y'all only hear the first verse of that. We didn't even put in the second half of it. There's two verses each. We did that song and completed it in 35 minutes.
oh my
It
god,
was just something that triggered both of us, and we went in. Yeah.
I'm sure.
So
Wow. Thanks,
yeah.
KCR. And we also have Tay Kelly in the house. There's a lot.
Hello,
There's
Take County. Thank you for tuning in.
wow, this is dope. So
Yeah.
wow, because like I'm a talker, so we're gonna move on to the next
All right,
question.
let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Where?
Um,
Hey, where's Monster Yo at, man? Come
well,
on, man. I know you're gonna be in here. Shout out Monster Yo, man. Much love,
yeah,
Mr. Vega too, man.
Fremont CEO. Yeah, I think he had
For real.
some stuff going on right now that he's
God
dealing with.
bless, man. Like I frequently make sure he's okay. I know whatever I can do, but like that's a real. That's love, that dude, man. And I hope everything works out, man, because industry need him, bro. I'll tell you right now. He's got some knowledge, and
Yeah,
yeah, free monster, yo.
that's right, Fremont CEO. Yeah, we're all I did a shout out, and hopefully everybody will create a letter for him to, speak on his behalf because he's an outstanding person. I mean, gosh, the man, like I had him on the interview. I'm like, how many books, how many books have you written? How many? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
bro.
Like,
And like, I can't understand how, like, if you actually sat down and had a conversation with this man, like, how could you even
yeah.
do that? Like, he is a very positive, like, he's positive now. Like, you know what it takes to be in, like, when I was locked up, it was nothing but gritty for me. Like, I had to sit my ass down and write, because if not,
Mm,
somebody around me is annoying me. And he's humble,
mm,
and that's a beautiful thing, man.
mm.
He blessing to him. And there's so many people I want to say hi to and shout out, and I can't remember a lot of people, but I will say 1037 Jams, and the VIP DJs, man, they show love, man. No
Mm.
cost, no nothing, man. They show love. I haven't been around lately, but I got shit going on, man, and I can only do what I can do. But I
Wow.
do want to say you are the most positive person I mean, maybe not the most, because I say that to a couple people, but
That's
y'all the reason why a couple of y'all the reason why I even turned my phone on, because Anxious got like 90 notifications when I wake up in the morning. I'm like, who's even up this early, bro? Who's even up this early? And I can't get back to everybody, but like, shout out everybody trying to work with me and all that. Two Equivalent, bro. He's doing his thing.
no.
I can't wait. I can't wait. It's time for him, man. I can't wait. We got one coming up, man. We got one coming up. And
We have
yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Power 904 Online. They're on. Thank you so much. They're complimenting us. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
So your music, right, is deeply authentic and personal. How do you ensure your life experiences and struggles come through your lyrics, and while still maintaining the commercially appealing sound?
I, I really don't think there's too much commercial in me, but my sound maybe somebody might figure commercial, but
Right.
it's just in here. It's in here. You know, I'm blessed to be one of them artists that I don't write down music. I get the beat. I do 8 bars. I go as long as I can. I stop the beat and I do it. I cannot write no more. For me, writing does not work anymore. But I got notebooks and notebooks full of writing that
Right.
I can't do nothing with. Cause what am I gonna do? Search 1,000 songs for it to match that beat?
Uh,
So to me, I use the writing as like a poetry, as like read it and calm myself down. But
okay.
when that beat hits, it's totally different. I'm in that studio and no music, no paper, no nothing. I'm going in. And it sticks, man. I'm definitely different. We all know Anxious is different, but
Right.
that's the reason. Anxious is what he is, man. And there's nobody else like me, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that much.
So true. We're all different. We're all unique in God's
Yeah,
creation, universe creation. That's for
yeah,
sure. Um,
yeah.
904 Online said lyrics are definitely most important next to the beat. That is so true. Mm.
Absolutely.
So, growing up with a neighbor who was a producer, right, must have
Right.
had obviously a big impact, like you stated earlier, influence on you. What's one important lesson that taught you that they taught you, and that you still carry today in today's music?
So my one lesson would be to try to stay humble. And I'm the type that I get a verse done and the song's done, and I'm like, let's go. I want everybody to hear it.
Okay.
It's not about that, man. You got to slow up, man. You got to build that audience for that track. And being humble, I guess, would be the biggest thing. Like, slow down. You
Okay.
know, I feel like a lot. All right, so basically, I'm gonna put it this way: I just started with the social media. I've been doing music forever, but
Okay.
I never put it in with social media,
Ah,
and like Instagram. I just happened to start with Instagram not even a year ago, and Instagram is what got me with the music. I mean, I still didn't even get on some of these other platforms because I feel like I want to break my way through Instagram and Instagram know me 100% so that the next level I jump on, they already know what Anxious is about.
mm-hmm.
You feel me? If
Yeah,
that makes any sense.
that
Like
does.
I'm strictly working, I do other websites and YouTube too,
Yeah.
but I'm not messing with really. I'm not really doing the TikTok. I'm not really on Spotify. Uh, I just recently got up with United Masters, so I'm waiting for.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's yeah, most definitely.
right.
You got a master's. Come
Yeah,
on. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
for real.
But yeah,
I mean,
it's good. Oh,
I
sorry.
feel like I get so anxious that I put out so much. If
Uh,
I feel like I put out music, and there's like if I would have did it right, there's just thousands of dollars of royalties sitting there that I can't do nothing with.
right.
So from this point forward, I'm trying to humble myself and do it the right way, you know?
Mhm. The business side of it. That's so true.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like and it's hard too because like I got 100 promoters hit me up every day. And I'm not the type to just ignore somebody. I'll
Right.
at least hear them out. But like I want my shit like I want organic. I want people, my fans to be up on it. I don't want promotion too much, but
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some point when you got a big hit,
Yeah.
you gotta use some promo people. But
Yeah. I mean, for real, I mean, we
I
all
mean,
the thing about the way I look at it is everybody has a business, and so we try to support each other. People want organic, and yeah, that's great. But then you also have to think like you're also supporting their income. So it's like
Right.
for me, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I can clean my house, right? I can go get the
Hmm.
tools to clean it, but I prefer to hire someone to clean it, and then I can spend more time with my kids if I had the financials. You know what I mean?
And you're helping somebody else out with them cleaning the house, money.
That's
Yes.
the
So
business.
that's exactly how I feel with hip hop. I feel like you know you should have having a team is the strongest thing I believe. You know, as far as I've seen so far, like I said, I'm new in this with the royalty stuff and stuff, but I feel like everybody should have a team. We got a song going. Now we got somebody promoting. We got marketers like shout out Golden Team Money Marketing. You have to have a team. I mean, it's impossible unless you got a lot of money
Yeah,
and all the time in the world.
I know.
It's impossible. It is.
Yeah, but we're getting to that level soon, I'm sure. Look, it's all
Going.
from
Yeah.
within, and it's showing. It's showing the work that you put, and that's what I've realized is when you put the work in, you'll see the results. But I think people want to see like, I'm a superstar
Yeah.
result, worked
Yeah.
out. Right?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, and it's like I remember the other day I commented on something on I am shout out DJ Squirt, and she's like, "Much love, superstar," and I'm like, "You the superstar? I ain't even got the answers yet." But she is very helpful, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like if we could all, you know, there's money. We could all make money,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
like let's do it the right way. Let's get everybody involved, man. Like, it's not just about one person, man. You gotta have a team
Yeah,
and that's what it's about.
I truly believe that. Yeah, it's very. I
And
mean, okay.
yeah, and I was just gonna say, and like as far as my homie Capone,
Mm,
I've been doing music with him way, way before Instagram, anything like.
mm,
And we never argue once, bro. Like, cause we know he knows stuff that I don't know. I know stuff that he don't know, and it
yeah,
just works, bro. It's like it just works. He hypes me up. I hype him up. Like it's good to have at least somebody, and a team is very important. And that's what I'm working on now. I feel like I want to spit out some names, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I don't want to do that.
okay, okay. Well, I feel like it's like oil and vinegar because they both go together to make this balsamic vinegar. I don't know. I
There
want.
you go. Look at you. You always got the good stuff. Yes. Dropping jewels. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So after spending time behind the walls, right? How did that experience shape both your music and your outlook in life? I
So
know it's
I'm
deep.
gonna I'm gonna say one thing, right? When
Okay.
you go, when I went in, I had never done time before. I
Uh-huh.
learned very quickly. Luckily, if you know how to act in the streets, you're gonna know how to act in there.
Okay.
Respect is a big thing, and I knew once I started writing and I started spitting in there, if
Right.
I'm getting people's attention in there, then I normally get attention everywhere else, man.
Right.
Biggest critics in the world in prison, you know that. Like, no, you don't know that. I'm sorry, but as anybody would know, like, that's your biggest critics in there, man. And I feel like I don't know, man. Like, prison was not for me. The life I was living,
Right.
prison saved me. Prison saved me.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
I might not be here if not. So I
Mm.
don't look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as shit. I came out there like I think everybody that's doing wrong should really have to do a little bit of 30 days or something to know what you're about to live in because it's not right. It's not. It's not cool. It's not. It's if God forbid my kids ever went to jail, I couldn't deal with it, man. God
Yeah.
bless my parents. I had good parents and family there for me, but you know,
Oh,
you're in there by yourself, man. It's the jungle. You better survive or you better be something else that I'm not gonna say. But yeah, it's real.
mm,
And I took it as a good lesson, man.
yeah.
Right on. Take nothing away from it, man. It's done. It's past me, and you know, I was taught a lot. So
So music, basically, you were writing, and then that's how you came up with music, or like you started to produce your tracks.
yeah. So like music was always there. Like I told you, it was always there. But when I got out, I
Okay.
felt like I felt like the music had changed, and it was all like that dance ATL shit. You know, ATL was that smooth. You know, and I felt like where did Jersey and New York go? Like where did
Yeah.
it just left? And I'm like, I'm not letting that shit happen. So that's
Mm,
where I was like, I
mm,
gotta be heard. I have to be heard. I don't care if I ever am famous, even though his face should be famous. I'm beautiful, but no, I'm just joking. I feel like I have a lot of jewels to drop, and like
right.
it's not negative. I'm not trying to be no, you know, something I'm not out here. Anything I say, like I say, is from the heart. It's true. Comes from the head, man. Like I'm trying
Mhm,
to teach people like what the type of stuff that I went through. You know, mental health issues. You know, being in them classes when you were in high school
mhm,
where it's like six in a class and being in the bad classes and like you know
right.
it's hard, man, but everybody should have an outlet, and music is my outlet, and I feel like if I
Mm,
could touch that side of people where you know mental health or going through raising kids, like
right.
come listen to Anxious. Like he'll drop some jewels for you. Like we trying to be positive. We get a little crazy. We get hyped up. You know, it's what we are. But at the end of the day, it's all love, man. Like real, it's all love. I don't want
Uh,
I don't want people to hear my music and be out there fighting and doing stupid shit in the club, shooting up people. That's not what we about. You
yeah,
know.
that's true. You know, moms get anxious too, man.
Oh, Eric,
I'll be locking
shit.
myself in the bedroom somewhere.
Hey,
Feel
but
like,
listen, that's a good tool. You know why it's a good tool? Because you're not showing your negativity to people outside of that room. So
right.
that's a good thing that you said that. That's a hey,
I told them,
everybody gonna go through it.
I told my kids, I said, Mama needs a timeout. I need to put myself in timeout. You know, you turn it back because, like, how we're taught, oh, you should put your kids in. No, parents need to put themselves in timeout for real. This is real talk.
For real. And also I want to say while you saying that, like the way we grew up is
Right,
way different than the way the kids grow up now. You know
right.
what I mean? So it's not like like me, for instance, I was never abused or nothing, but I did something wrong. I was getting my ass whooped. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can't do that nowadays. So it's like everything gotta come from talking. And when that screaming starts, that's not good for kids, man. Like, and that's what I'm trying to fix right now for my kids. Like, they see me and my ex go through it, and you
Yeah,
gotta remember kids' brains are like sponges. So
yeah.
I I should lock myself in the bathroom twice a day. I
For real.
mean, but
No.
that happens, man. You got,
Right.
yeah, gotta do it. You
It helps.
know,
Go to the bathroom, light some incense candle or some, put some calming music on, and then or
yeah,
I like classical because it really helps me calm down. So just
absolutely,
to get that
absolutely.
whole peace.
I love. You're not gonna believe this, but I love me some like not metal type music, but I love me some like old school Nirvana,
Yeah.
Linkin
Okay.
Park, Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
like that was yeah. I love all that stuff. People would know that. They think I sit here. I don't even know what's on the radio anymore.
Right.
I was on Hot 97 the other day. I didn't know till the next day because
Wow.
it's hey. But
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah, I think with radio, you have to be intentional in putting it on. You know, it's because
Mhm.
everything. You have the Apple, you have the Spotify, you have like a direct.
Pandora, right,
Unless you put it on your favorites or something like that, then you tune in. At least for me, that's I have to be intentional about showing love to our radio
right,
station because
right.
our 904 online. She look. Thank you for joining us for real. She,
Yeah, much love.
yeah. So you've been making music your whole life, right? How has your sound evolved when you first started until now, and what do you feel it represents with your growth as an artist?
So, like I said, I try to stay humble, and this is my humble voice. But when I
Okay.
get hyped up, anxious comes out, and that's like where I need to vent. And when I say I need to vent, I want to hear something that's gonna make me bop my head. So
Mm,
music is just my outlet. I have to do it. I have to hear it. I have to,
right.
it. And another, I've been doing a lot of different things lately. I've been trying to listen to everybody that's not there yet, like me,
Okay.
and
Okay.
listening to their music. Like I've definitely listened to Two Equivalent, Big Ounce.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Capone stuff. Capone is, I'll tell you what, I don't like giving people love like that, but Capone is a gee, he got talent. And you know, there's a story behind that with me and Capone, but yes, he's definitely, you should try to get him on an interview too. I
Okay.
just feel like music is your outlet, and if I don't do music, I'm gonna have a lot of bottled up feelings, and
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't do that, they might come out the wrong way on somebody else,
Wow.
and you don't want anxious chasing you down the street. So
Right.
I feel like that's my way to vent, man. I mean,
I'm just visualizing that now.
yeah, you don't want anxious chasing you. You be hearing "Get 'em boys" and
I mean, like,
what's going on?
oh my god, you know what? I totally can relate with you with the whole bottled up thing because like I like to work out, right? That's how I get my stress out. So I'm hitting the gym like on the bike. I mean, it's like a
Good for you.
or whatever. But I've always been this health and fitness thing since I was a little girl. And so if I
Okay.
don't do something, if I don't move my body, I just feel like crap, to be honest with
You know
you.
what? Because if you just leave it like that, it's just sitting there. Your endorphins ain't moving. Like that's a perfect example of how to relieve yourself. And I tried it. I'll be honest with you, I tried it, but like I went like one day and I got sore the next day, and I didn't go for another 3 days. So gym thing ain't me. Luckily, I don't need it like too much, but I liked it because it, like you said, it releases it feels like it releases the negativity out of you, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you don't need to go to the gym, but it helps you in a different way, right? So I
Yeah.
understand that. Yeah.
But music takes a lot out of you too, though, because like when you're doing your vocals, when you know what I mean, you're expelling that, so that energy, that negative energy that's bottled up too. So
Yeah.
I definitely agree in moving.
Mm.
It takes a lot of work doing music, I'm
And
sure. That's why
a
I'm not.
lot lately. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I wanted to talk to you about it before anybody else knew about it, but like I said, I try to use topics that I'm familiar with. Now, if one of my fans, like, what, I'm not gonna say no names, one of my fans hit me up the other day, and they were like they was going through something, and
Mm,
I didn't know how to express to them what they were going through. But before the conversation was over, they said that I listened to two of your tracks and
mm,
it calmed me down because it felt like you was at such a high level, and
right.
then you brought it down to where at the end you were just, it it helped her, and it was a good thing for me, man. Like if I can help anybody, that's me making it right there. There's
Mm,
always gonna be money. There's
right.
always gonna be money. I
Yeah.
mean, but that's not what it's about. It's about being heard, and it's about sending a certain message. And I love it, man. Like, the new thing I've been doing, listening to different artists, man. Like Cartier Diamonds, like man, like First Street Live, First Street Five. If you
Mhm.
haven't heard of him yet, he is from New York, and his music is great, bro. Shout out. Like I feel like I have to listen to other things. Like
Mhm.
sometimes you get that people say writer's block. I
Yeah.
just get I just get mental block because I don't really write. But
Okay.
listen to other people's stuff and listen to somebody that got something going on.
Right.
It triggers me. It triggers me, and you know, I love it, man. I love it.
Oh, Master Yo's here. Shout free Master Yo. He's on the line.
Master Yo, much love, bro. Hey,
Wow. That's so
of
true.
course, of course, you gonna come late after we talked about you. Now you gonna get more love. Come on.
It's all VSL STF in the house.
Let's
Hey.
go. Let's go.
Yep,
Share
yep.
this live. Share this live. Anxious is here.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
So you said that you have bars for days. How do
Let's
you
go.
balance the lyricism with creating music that resonates with you emotionally with your listeners?
So I feel like I'm always different the way I do things, but I feel like whatever the song is gonna be about, I'm gonna lead into it, and you're never gonna hear us like Jekyll and Hyde, for instance.
Hmm.
People might just think Jekyll and Hyde is the name of a song, but if you know Jekyll and Hyde and you hear how Anxious spit it, it makes sense.
I
You know what I
said,
mean? So yeah,
I
it's a little crazy, but hey, I
hey,
bet you that song gonna be on a horror movie one day.
I'll say it for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Marcelo said his bars ain't no joke. You should have
No
known
joke. Nah, nah.
for sure. Hey, Popsicle 821. Okay, we got some folks up in here.
Let's
Um,
go.
so how important, right, is your collaboration in the music making process, especially with producers? Because we know they hitting you up like
Left and right.
right,
Left and right, but you also gotta put in the aspect like even though this is a great song and
right,
this is somebody I want to collab with,
right.
am I gonna fit that scene though? So
Okay,
I don't. It might not be that I don't want it. It's not that I don't want to do the song with you, but
right.
I'll be real with you. Anxious might not fit that song. And
Mm,
why would I mess up a beautiful song just because I know you want me on it? You know what I mean? So
that's true.
I mean, I try to collab with what I'm with, like
Mm.
like the type of people that I've been with. Yeah, I tell you, it's so crazy how many artists hit me up to do music, and it's like some of them I just can't do because they're not in that my lane, but I love the music that they're doing. It's like it's not that I don't want to do music with you. I don't want to ruin your song because we're on two different ways, and
Right.
I could get on pretty much any song, but as far as like pop shit and stuff like that, who wants to hear growling and shit, you know?
Mm, that's so
So
true.
make that clear that I'm glad you said that because there's some people that, it's not that I don't want to work with you, it's that I feel like
Yeah.
it's not the right fit. But
I mean,
there'll be a time where I come up with a beat or something, and I'll hit them up real quick because I feel like that's what they're ready for this one.
yeah.
So
It looks like a
collab,
yeah.
collab too. Collabs like I'm always working with Capone, so it's like it's hard to work with other people, but
Right.
uh,
Hey, you gotta stick with what what you're drawn to, and that resonates
no,
with you for sure.
like
Um, oh, I was gonna say VSL STF said the symbolic vibes has to be there when doing any collab.
absolutely.
You.
See,
Mhm. That's
yep,
so true. So, like, I'm a producer, right? And I'm going to drop $500 million on your whatever.
right,
But we don't buy like what I want. it's not what you're,
Right.
what, what do you
I
say about
give.
that? Just because, I mean, it's real. Like some music artists, they go through these spells, right, with people, producers or whatever, and they're saying, "Hey, I have, or I'll give you this number of money, this amount of money for you to come on." Well, how do you like? How would you, um, what would you say to that?
I'm be real with you. I don't care about the money. I want to come meet you and feel the vibes.
Okay.
You know, I'm not about just about the money. Listen, I could go get money anywhere. It's not about the money. Like I I don't like to I don't like to put myself above anybody else. But I did recently turn down. I'm sorry, I got people hitting me up and it's blocking the screen. I don't know if you can see it,
No, you
but
good.
I turned down a label because simply because it was based in London and I
Oh,
have a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old daughter and they wanted me there
yeah.
80% of the year and to be in that UK, Canada, they
Oh,
wanted me out there to start a scene out there. And I put it down, man, because it wasn't for me. It's not
right.
that I don't like how they came at me. They did everything correctly.
Okay.
They had somebody I've been wanting to work with for a while, but
Mm,
like I told you in the beginning, family's most important, and secondly, money ain't about everything, man. It's got to be right situation.
that's so true.
So,
Yeah,
hey,
no.
why do I feel like here a little lower? Did I do something wrong?
Oh, I don't. Maybe
No,
people are
somebody
probably.
somebody was trying to call me and I denied it, and then it sounded lower. I don't know if it's me or not.
Oh, it's
You
okay.
good?
Like,
You hear me good?
yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I feel like a commercial.
you.
I can hear you now.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Right.
How about
Right. They need
now?
to sponsor us. Okay. Yeah. BSL STF said integrity over money. That is so true because the way I look at it is this, right? You may not have the money, but somebody has the money and they're willing to, like, for, let's just make it like a lunch date or something. Like,
Right.
hey, what's up, anxious? You want to go to lunch?
Mm,
It's on me.
uh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have
uh,
to pay anything. It,
right.
it, it should work that way. People
Yeah.
should come together. Like,
And a lot of it too, like you're saying, like a lot of people are I wouldn't say scandalous or anything. I don't know really the word, but will do some shit for you, some free shit for you. No, I don't want the money back. But you know what? Next month they'll be asking you for a favor that you don't want to do. So it's like you got to be very careful with how you act towards people and the way you present yourself. And for me, I said I put it all out right out front, so you know what the deal is.
mm,
This is what I'm about. This is what I'm looking for. If this is not what you're offering, walk. Like this
yeah,
is not. You know.
wow,
A
yeah,
lot of people just want to jump because of money and fame. Fuck that. You don't do that. Excuse my language. Don't do that. You're worth more than anything, any money. You know, you're worth. You only can make yourself happy, man.
yeah,
Real shit. I've been going through a lot lately with my kids and shit. And at the end of the day, like, if I can't be happy, how am I gonna make somebody else happy? So like
true.
as far as people throwing money and people jumping because it's money and they're struggling, don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
I'm.
Like present yourself like you as a business. Present yourself as a business.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you mentioned this because, a
I
lot of
think I
people think.
heard you say that before.
Yeah, no, like I totally agree with you and I appreciate you. And VSL STF said self-respect as an artist goes a long way. I think self-respect, period, your integrity goes a long way just in life, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, without the integrity, if you think about it, it's like a computer, right? You have like a Mac computer, let's just say, or a phone, iPhone. If you
Right.
open that up, the integrity, everything that's in that phone is not going to be the same because it was opened. So same thing with the human, the same thing with us. Like if we basically sell our soul, then we're not,
Really,
intact anymore. So now you're walking around like a zombie because it was taken from you or you gave it.
right, right, yeah, like you 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 got so much. That's what like the hard thing is about for people to understand this. Like I know we all are doing this for a reason,
Yeah.
and when somebody's gonna come at you like that, like it's very easy to just because these people they are body they'll talk you into it.
Yep.
So as an artist, I feel like before you're about to do the right thing and jump like sit down and have a conversation with yourself, let yourself know what you're worth and what you're really worth giving up, because if you just go and sign that paper, it ain't about anxious money no more. It's about what they want,
Yep.
and that's not, what that might not be what I want, like,
Right.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot
I
of sense
mean,
because at the end of the day, then you ask yourself, why am I even doing music?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
why am I doing
And I
this?
was that person, bro. I was that person. Sorry, I didn't mean to say, bro, but I
Why?
was that person that was like very anxious, like, and like ready to go. As soon as I hit, like, I'm like, just calm down and let it happen. And I had a very long talk, man, with another artist. I know you know who he is, Big Ounce.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Ounce,
Yeah.
man. He taught me a lot, man. Like to be humble, man. Learn your equipment before you go and make a song.
Right.
If that makes any sense. Learn, like, be humble. Like, I was ready to jump right in, like, right in, and luckily I didn't, because you don't want. That's like putting handcuffs on somebody
Yeah.
for real. They gave you money, now they got the handcuffs on you. So just make sure the situation you run into is the situation you're gonna run out of at the same time. Like, you have to have control over yourself and
Yeah.
your music. It's the biggest thing.
That is so true. It's if you for me, if I don't have peace with something, then I get anxious.
There you go.
I
There you
mean,
go.
I'm
And,
being
and
out of it.
let's drop another one. How about like for me, loyalty? Like, loyalty is a big thing.
Yeah.
And another reason, I already was, but I also didn't go and want to join that other team in London, because my homie that I've been doing this with forever, they wasn't trying to do nothing for him.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh,
I feel like,
yeah.
if I do all my music, almost all my music with him, and if I don't do it with him, he's still
Yeah.
taking over and making sure things are good. Like, I'm not about that, bro. I'm about loyalty. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm with a certain group, like, I go, we all going. And if
Right.
I don't go, we all ain't going. Like, it's just that. I'm
Yeah.
not about to just take money and dip out on everybody that's been here for me. Like, that's a big thing. Loyalty is a big thing for me, man. And that's why I work with very few people, but I should be, working with a lot more people. But trust, loyalty, integrity, like
Yeah.
self-respect, first off,
Yes.
because how somebody gonna love anxious if anxious don't love himself?
I know. But
So
the crazy thing, speaking about love, right? You attract people that have the same that's mirroring you. I've learned like I had to sit down and really understand because you ask yourself, okay, you're going through these cycles, right, with people, and you're
yeah,
wondering, why do I keep meeting just a messed up person or why, you know what I mean? Because
right,
internally you're still healing. So
right,
you're gonna attract what you have inside.
right, right.
And so, but
So
so
so you like read my mind, but I just want to say real quick, like when I mentioned before, that person that said that they was listening to my music and it was helping them.
yeah,
I almost didn't want to react to that person, because they told me what they're in right now, the situation they're in. And for me, I'm like, I stay away from these type people, not because of anything, but maybe because that used to be me back in the past. But
Mm,
everybody needs somebody to help them get better, man. And
yeah,
you have to put yourself in that position, A lot of mental health people, a lot of people that have addiction problems, like, it's rap isn't just about being in the hood, man. It's about any type of struggle.
yeah,
There's struggles every day. It could be, you know, anything. But like, if anxious can help, you got any ideas, send them to anxious because I'll make a hit out of it. Like, I want people to be able to open up to me, man. Like,
mm,
I'm here for the people that are here for me.
mm.
So
Well, thank you. VSL He says great interview. I love
yeah,
to
tell him to hit me up, man. He's been on here. Much love. VSL. What was it?
VSL
VSL.
underscore STF.
Yeah,
So
much
yeah,
love. Definitely hit me up, man. Appreciate you.
mm, I love
And
this.
there's gonna be a lot of people. There's gonna be a lot of people watching this. I didn't know it was gonna be live either, so I was telling a couple people it might be a day or two, but we gonna run this one up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah,
several things here. Not just the live that I'm doing right now, but the reels. I'll tell you after this. But do you find it easier to work solo, or do you enjoy bouncing ideas off others? I know you mentioned Capone. Shout out to Capone. But
yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
So I definitely love working by myself
Okay.
because I'll be real with you. I talk to myself like I probably look like an idiot in the studio, but at the same time, I need somebody else to tell me like Capone will tell me, bro, that verse is trash. Like
Okay.
he'll tell me. So it's
Nope.
good to have somebody, but I like working on my music by myself. I do. I
Gotcha.
I, I like creating my own atmosphere. I like, so when I bring it up, there's already here's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And we bounce ideas off each other. Like there's a lot of good stuff about to pop off. But I love working by myself. But you always need somebody to tell you. Like, don't
Yeah.
just sit. You don't need somebody to be like, oh, that shit's hot just because they know you're doing your thing. Nah,
Right.
you need somebody there to tell you if it's not
Yeah.
right.
No, exactly.
Exactly.
No,
So
it's
a
up to
team
you.
is strong. Family, loyalty, integrity, all the things that you brought up. Like you are the best. I will tell you that. You do the best interviews. I love it. You and
I,
Mr. Vega have me thinking sometimes.
yeah, shout out to Mr. Vega. Yeah,
Shout out to Messiah. Yeah,
I think he's
yeah.
having a
Hey,
birthday soon. So happy birthday, early birthday.
oh,
To
for real? Happy birthday. You don't want the anxious happy birthday song.
right.
Hey, real quick, shout out. There's an artist. If anybody's listening, there's an artist from Jersey, and I usually don't shout out or artists from Jersey because I'm Jersey. But Trey Sev, TRECE Sev, he
Uh-huh.
got that song. Bitch, stop playing with me. Yes, I am always on I Am Big Seven podcast. That's his artist, Trace Sev. Shout
Okay.
out him, man. He is a amazing artist. He's been holding it down. It's been a little minute, but he's coming, bro. Like y'all
Wow.
gonna hear him and definitely listen to him, man. He inspires me, bro. And he's from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. Shout out to him.
Yeah, maybe you could get him if you get him on an interview. It's definitely he's a good look, man.
Most
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, so
yes,
we're gonna move on to you guys can't see it on Instagram, but when I we drop the live here, you will see it. So come to
yes.
the NNO 360 YouTube page as well. I'm gonna add to the stage here
Okay.
the music. And do you want to show which one do we want to show first?
I like whatever you like, but I definitely like what we got up there. I like shoot, you know what? Should I sneak peek it and send you the forgive you one? It's just not gonna be the real true version.
Oh,
But if you want, I send it to you.
okay. That sounds good. Do you want to
How
play?
am I gonna do this while we're live though, right?
Oh, you.
Mm.
Well, we're good. What I'll do is I'm gonna play the best Three Amigos moments you never know.
What is it? Uh,
This one,
what is it? Hold up. What is it?
this one
I
right here.
like
Big Ounce, Anxious Money with the
stay
Wolves.
out our way.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you can play that. So do you have an email I can send that to?
Okay, let me go ahead and hold tight. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
okay.
One day I hope I can forgive you, 'cause I still believe there's good within you. You cut me deep, but I won't find peace until I know how to forgive you. How the fuck could you leave a kid that needed you most? Help her breathe, give her life, and then you fucking go ghost? It's crazy how you make the same faces, but y'all ain't close. Like to go to the same places, got the same taste and clothes. A little mini you since we ain't cool and working extra hard. So that daddy's little girl, good mommy will play a part. And it kills you when she says she miss you, that shit breaks my heart. I just tell her mommy got some issues, it's nobody's fault. Single fatherhood is all good and I would never give it up, but this shit is rough. I keep a lot of shit bottled up. Problems keep them piling up. We act like they don't bother us. You're the one missing out on all your daughter's love. One day I hope I can forgive you, 'cause I still believe there's good within you. You cut me deep, but I won't find peace until I know how to forgive you. Anxious to forgive, just to forget. In my mind, it's deep regret. I remember reflecting on a fucking disrespect. You had your time to shine, left us all behind, started a whole new life, and showing off our mind. Come on, maybe I ain't able you doing the things that you should do, but no, you sat down, lay down, it wasn't true, and you know the kids love you. They put nothing above you, so just do what you gotta do so they can come home and hug you. And I'ma never let them struggle. Dad is humble, and I'll always be here to catch you if ever you fumble. And I'll always remember the history, tired of being a misery. Really? Are you kidding me? It's just another mystery. One day I hope I can forgive you, 'cause I still believe there's good within you. You cut me deep, but I won't find peace until I know how to forgive you. Shout out all the single parents, anxious money, doing their dad, ready to sacrifice it all for these kids. Freak, are you kidding me?
Woo.
Woo!
That's
They
a tough one right there, man.
chills.
Gotta keep the tears from rolling.
Oh, they gave me chills. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
No.
Ooh, thank you so much.
And, and,
That's the
and
top.
that ain't for me. That ain't there to out to hurt nobody, man. That's trying to that's trying to send a message, man. It hurts, man. But what are you gonna do? You gotta be there. You gotta be there. I'm sorry. Gave you the
Ooh,
chills.
they gave me
All
the.
right.
I'm still chilling. Look, it came up my spine.
Hey,
Ooh,
you heard it first. And when the engineer copy comes out, I think we should drop it like Monday, but I'll let you know definitely before I drop it. I think maybe put a little more content out, man, but maybe catch some people that are going through that situation, man, because Anxious is here. He going through it. He been through it. So I
yeah,
can only speak about what I know, man.
yeah.
So
Wow, wow. That I'm speechless. Like when you gave me a little clip, I was like, wow. But thank you for showing us the song. Everybody needs to hear this. We're all going through it, you know. A
yeah,
lot of us, I'm gonna be honest, like I think
yeah.
even not just kids, but just in general, right? Because
In general, right? Like
like
everybody got issues, man. You gotta they gotta find a way
Right.
No, right.
It's called Forgive You, everyone. So be on the lookout for Anxious Money, Forgive You,
And
Capone.
Capone, yep, yep. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. Well, we need to on a lighter note.
So I made a promise to myself this morning because I do my little prayers in the morning, and
Mhm.
I always look for different topics. I want to stand out with what I do. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to think about it. We can talk about something else, but I want you to think of a topic that you want me to do a song about, and I feel like a good one is not right yet, but like mental health issues, man. Not just
Yeah.
saying mental health, but like something about like, people have to know how to vent. Like there's so many topics that are not being told right now and they need to be, they need to be talked about.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want a therapist. A lot of people don't want a psychiatrist, man. Music is their way out. So anybody have topics that, struggle, any type of struggle y'all going through, send it to Anxious Money. I will do something with it. I promise y'all.
Mm.
So,
You heard
you
that,
know,
everybody? Mental
yeah.
health topics. Send it to Anxious Money. Okay, that's anxious_money, and he'll look at it and hopefully will. I mean, I'm sure this could be a compilation of because mental
Oh,
health,
no, I might have a whole album now of different
right?
things, but hey,
For
I do
real.
whatever for people that show love for me. I show love back, man. And I feel like that forgive you. I feel like that wasn't obviously Capone has a different feeling about his situation, and my verse was a little bit different. But for me, it wasn't about putting business out there. It was about just you know if we can't talk about this, you just need to know that like kids miss you. You
Mm,
know, luckily, like yeah, things are good right now. But like at the time, it was not a good look, and I was constantly looking at my kids' faces, seeing doubt. Like, where's mommy? Like yeah,
yeah,
it was a whole bad situation. But it came out in music, and hopefully it could touch some people. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh yeah,
It's a,
definitely felt that.
I feel like it's a new thing nowadays. Like not for me, but I feel like people have babies just to have babies, and like for me, a father, I cannot live without seeing my kids. Like I can't do it. Like that's what I struggle for. Like this is what I do this for. So yeah,
I I think another you're it's funny because I just had an episode with an artist, and we were talking about divorce and parenting and all this stuff, and
mm,
it's really interesting because honestly, and I'm not pointing out to the ladies, but a lot of times we're emotional creatures, species, right? And we tend to react from an emotional standpoint. But
and
for me,
a defensive standpoint as well.
right. And I really think that because I've went through my divorce and what have you. So I have my own story. So
Right,
basically, I think that if we all, not just for the women, also for the men too, but if we all just step outside this human form, right, and see what the greater good is, we created babies, right, our legacy. And
right.
they just step outside of our ego and see what is the best remedy for the kids, right?
There
Because
you go.
at the end of the day, to be honest with you, like grudges is not going to help. Be having this animosity, they're going to you're really doing a disservice to the children because
Right.
they're going to
It's not
take
about who's right or wrong anymore. Like yes,
right, they're going to take what they saw and they're going to emulate that into their relationship, and then they're like, oh, I have daddy issues, I have mommy issues, you know because this um we're the role models. They're looking
right.
up to us. They don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're learning
I
from.
hear exactly what you're saying, and I feel the same way. I feel like you know if you're not gonna make it. right? And you have to leave each other, you should still try to be like best friends, man, or like
Yeah,
try to just be like, so when the kids see you guys together, it's like a good thing, a positive thing. It don't have to mean that one is good or bad and the other one sucks. Like, no, it's about what these kids are gonna how they're gonna grow up. And like you just said, that's a good one right there, man. Like
it's
we need to talk about the kids instead of talking about what is the actual behind the scenes. Let's talk about what we're gonna do. Right.
exactly. And I
There you
think
go.
I
Got my
think
topic from you.
if you look at your child, right, you should look at it as a blessing. You should look at your children like, wow, he has my DNA. She or he
Right.
is a part of me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Instead of looking at, okay, this relationship didn't work out. I mean, okay, that's great, but what now? That's spilled milk. You got to move
Right.
on, move ahead.
Right.
And how about let's talk about college? Let's talk about
Yeah.
what the kids want for the future, because you have to think about millions or
Oh,
thousands
like
of years,
yeah.
thousands of years, because what you're doing right now is a curse. It's a generational curse. And how are we going to break this? We all say, oh, we're going to break this generational curse and we're going to do better than our parents did. Well, then don't just preach it, practice
Practice. Right.
it.
Right.
Put
Right.
egos aside. Let's come to the table. Let's see what, Sally and Frankie or whoever needs for, okay, how old are they? So they're like, let's say 5 years old. Okay,
Three and five. I got a 3 and 5 year old. Right.
you have how many years to save, right, for their future? Let's
Right.
think about that instead of like having, I mean, it's good that you're a very supportive dad. You're very supportive. You're in their lives. And I think sometimes women tend to push that aside. And it's like you're doing a disservice. Kids are gonna resent you from you not making them see the dad or not making them see the mom. As long as they're okay, like mentally, because
Right.
it just depends on your situation.
Yeah.
But come to the table and say, you know what? What does Susie need? She's 3 years old now. She's going to eventually go to high school. She's going to eventually want to go to college. Are you saving at least $20, $10 a month?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
to their bank
Put in a CD.
or
I'm
invest?
lucky. My brother's a financial advisor, so I know. Yeah, like stuff like that. And you know what? Like before we get off of it, I just want to say, like, when people break up,
Right,
it's always gonna be you're wrong or you're right and blame each other. But like at the end of the day, like she's still my kid's mother and she's a good mother to my kids.
right,
So whatever she did to me, I shouldn't bring that out and show my kids that because when the kids are with her, they're having so much fun, bro. She's a good mother to the kids. It's just daddy and mommy couldn't do it. And sometimes stuff happens, and sometimes people that aren't included with you get involved,
right.
and a situation happens, and you just at least got to be there for the kids. But like, yeah, if it don't work out, it don't work out. But
Yeah,
remember, you're stuck with that person for the rest of your life, man. And you
right.
should try to make your kids see that, like, you might not love them, but you got love for them. You created this thing, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel,
And,
stuff happens, and I'm sorry, stuff happens, and arguments happen, but it's all just a heated moment, and it could turn very critical very quickly. And I just feel like, once the smoke clears, like, yeah, it's time to start thinking about like, what we can do, like you said, like
yeah.
how can we conquer this without hating each other,
Yeah. And I think that honestly, just stepping back and asking yourself, when when the voices start to climb and the energy starts to rise, calm yourself and ask yourself, am I upset because of the person that did something to me, or am I upset because it has something to do with the kids, right?
right,
And then not
right,
only that, um I have so many things. This is a heavy topic, but I think
It's
that,
good.
you know, just having the conversation between the two of you, the two parties. Don't talk to your parents, don't talk to friends,
Right,
family, whoever. Both of you have this kid together. It should
right.
be housed in both of you together, not outside. Because what ends
Yeah,
up happening is that now you're like, somebody tell you, oh, you should do this or you should do that. No, it should be the parents raising that child.
yeah,
Okay, that's great. You can get the information. It's up to you to decide if you want to take that information or not. But at the end of the day, both of you are responsible for the child, their upbringing. Both of you have to, like, when they get to that level or that age and they're going through their stuff, that you have to reflect to yourself, like, maybe I shouldn't have yelled, maybe I shouldn't have cursed, or maybe I shouldn't have, because now look at what they're going through.
right. I feel like, you know, we had we were I don't even want to talk about the story, but like I feel like a big part of it is that because I didn't man up and try to do something with like counseling, like before it just broke into whatever it broke into, like counseling is key. Like you can't just I didn't know what I was doing. I had no parenting class. I didn't even parenting classes. And then right after my first one was born, my second one was born. And I
Mhm.
feel like it, two new parents that never did this before, it crushes their relationship if you don't get counseling or like help. Like, you know, I'm running around the house doing this and that, and she might think like I don't love her or something because all I'm doing is worrying about the kids. But like, you gotta have time to sit down with the other person as well when the kids are asleep and have time for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I should have did these things and I didn't, and I put a lot of this on me. But
But
you know,
you shouldn't blame yourself though, because it's without the information and the knowledge, you can't
yeah,
take full responsibility. See, knowledge is key to everything,
right,
right?
right,
Reaching out. I'm stubborn. So I'll tell you right
yeah,
now, I
okay.
like to do things on my own. I like to find my own information and to make things work. And so maybe that's why throughout this journey, because it's going to be a journey. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah.
it's, it's
Listen,
it's a journey, right?
I'm gonna have plenty of topics to talk about. Like, it's a,
We,
and I got two girls too, so it's not like I got me a little boy and I can teach him. I don't know how to raise girls, man. Like all I know how to do is make sure they're good, like,
right.
but so
You're doing the
I,
best you can.
yeah,
As
yeah,
long as you're doing when I was in the army, I remember my first sergeant saying, do everything to the best of your ability. And that stuck with me. I was 19. That stuck with me for life. Like
right.
even to this day, do everything to the best of your ability. And if that's your best, that's your best. You know what I mean? And we
But
should,
then at the end of the day, you can't blame it on yourself. So
right,
that's a good way of putting it. If you do everything to the best of your ability, then I can't do nothing. Like there's nothing else I can do, and it's out of my hands. So that's a good statement right there. You did, yeah. You were in the army. That's crazy. I wanted to ask you that. What was that like?
it was
Was that
interesting. I was a soldier for a
was
while.
it something you always wanted to do, or did you just jump into it? How'd that happen? Like,
So,
uh,
okay, quick story. Um,
yeah.
my sister, she's retired from the army, and she raised me right,
Oh,
and I was like,
I heard that part.
I'm never gonna join the army. Bump that, right? And so,
Yeah.
like, I wanted to go to college, and that's the truth. I wanted to. I mean, how am I gonna support myself as well? So, I did that, but I also did for my country. I really, it taught me a lot. It really did. The structure, um, and I think in a sense we're talking the same structure as prison, right? I mean, you
I
going
was just gonna say that.
the
You're giving up yourself, right? You're giving up yourself, and now you're into other hands. So you have to know how. Yeah, That I was just gonna say that. That's crazy. Keep going. I want to hear
Shout out
this.
to WKYJ Radio Live. What's
Hey,
up, brother?
get
uh,
it.
but yeah, so the military is, from my understanding, similar to prison because we have the structure. We have to, chain of command, the chow hole, all these
Right.
things. The only difference is that we're, I won't say freedom. We're really, because it's 24/7. We're under government. So
It's like it's a routine. Like it's a routine that you have to follow. Like yes, that's a perfect example. Yes, like
yeah,
you're not giving. It pretty much you could say that it's like giving up your freedom, and now you're you know. But
it's true because it's a serious thing. If you don't go, if you don't deploy, if you don't follow the rules and regulation, you can get the UCMJ, which is no bueno, and you
yeah,
spend, federal time for that. So
oof,
yeah,
really.
yeah. So it's that's how strict it is. It's
Do you feel like
it
do you
teaches you discipline,
right?
one,
Do you
and
feel like it was you're happy you went through that? Like or like not happy, but do you feel like that's a big part of your life and like that helped you a lot
I
after being out?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
did. I think it helped me to have a structure because I like structure anyway. And it
Uh-huh.
just it makes you, I don't know,
Humble,
like,
humble.
yeah, humble overall.
Right.
Learning my big thing that I got out of it is service. So service to the community, service to others. So that's where the humility comes in.
Right. God bless, because that's a beautiful thing right there. When when anxious has extra and can do something, I always go to a few spots where if I could help out some people, I could. You know what I mean? Like, uh, shout out Kid Problem. I don't know if you ever see him. He's always donating like to whatever he could, like just going to places, even going to places that are donating, just show love to people that don't have it. Because even though you might not have too much,
Right.
it's little things that they need that you might have, like
Right.
clothes, shoes. Like I don't know how many pairs of Jordans that I gave away because I don't wear them anyway. But like it's something that somebody else can appreciate, man. And like the people you meet, you wouldn't believe they're homeless. Like the shit can happen that quick, and you could go from 100 down to zero real quick, not zero to 100. You
Facts.
know, so
Even
that was a good. Go ahead.
even your time, because your time that you take to volunteer, even if it's
Yeah,
a 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever, that's if they need help with whatever they need, events or
yeah.
have you,
You
your
know, it's not they're not all they're not just a lot of people ask for money and stuff, but like it's not all about just the money, man. Like people need talk to you, man, for 5 minutes. Like,
yeah,
because you're in if they're in a situation where they feel like nobody respects them just because of the situation they're in. Nah, I don't care about your situation. I want to know what you went through, like what I can do to help you. It's not all about money.
exactly.
So that's a good topic, man. That's definitely a good one right there.
Well,
I'm so happy I came on. I'm so happy I came on here. We've been rocking for a while too.
me too. This
Yeah,
is great. So
yeah,
you said that you started focusing like on Instagram, right? Social media
yeah,
this year. How did
yeah.
how has it been for you, and how do you think it helped with sharing like real authentic voice, your
So
voice?
like when I love it, but when I first came in, I came in heavy and I had to slow down a little bit. And
Okay.
yeah, and I just started. I have like 160 tracks on BandLab and
Yeah.
on other stuff so I have plenty of music but I would just went on my Instagram and thought like just keep putting these tracks out and like it's not about that, man. You got to slow down. Like you got to build. If you really feel something about a certain track, You got to build that energy for that track. By the time you drop that track, you already got what you wanted out of it. People are ready for it. So that was the biggest lesson I got through social media was not push, slow down and try to build up something. And I'm trying to do this with. I was trying to do it with Jekyll and Hyde, but Capone jumped me on that one. But I want to do this and forgive you, man. Like people need to know the story before they hear the song.
So
right?
shout out to Capone. He's on the live. It's funny how
get on boy. Hey,
when he came on the live.
Yeah. I told him you jumped me on Jekyll and Hyde. We've been waiting. We have been waiting so long for that song. You wouldn't believe how long we've had that song out. And shout out, man. Shout out Capone. He
said get
for
him.
real. Get him. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so dope. Oh man.
Yeah, for real. Like we gotta do this again. I feel like I need a session with you every week to calm myself. It's like therapy for me. Therapy, yeah.
I feel the same way. That's why I do this, because I like to hear stories, what people are going through, how they just life. Because
we
have to
shout out, listen. Shout out Jersey, man. Shout out Florida too, man. Like Capone's in Florida, but Capone grew up out here in Jersey and New York, man. He's in Florida, but like shout out everywhere, man. Like we all need to rock together, man. Listen, nobody's coming to Anxious Lane. I'm gonna tell you that much right now. I got that bitch locked down, but I want to join other lanes and play. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Let's do this. This is what it's about. Get on interviews. Show yourself, man. Like, let's do this shit. I'm ready for it. I ain't going nowhere, so we here.
Look, I have
my kids. Get them, boy. Yeah, my kids will tell you, get them, boys. My kids don't tell me. Yeah. Huh?
I should do this. He sees you, so I should do this instead next time. But let's go ahead and share. You're seeing what I do behind the scenes, Capone. But let's go ahead and share your music. At least one of them.
Yes, if you want to hear something good from Capone, I would suggest "Can't Stop."
Okay.
But I got allergies, man. I woke up this morning with a headache. I hate it. Hate Jersey weather.
Okay, let's go ahead and present. You're seeing everything I do behind the scenes. Okay. Gotta love it. See, now I'm teaching y'all something.
Yep.
Something. Here we go.
I can't hear it.
Top looking for cops, we don't stop. All that we got, we saw the civil war for this shit. Somebody take the first shot. Born on this block, and you motherfuckers treat there's nothing in the block. Okay, so we open the back door of the van, and you see all the pocket rockets in the missile rocket. Stop it. Just grab what you want from us and get the fuck out of our neighborhood. You should stay out our way.
Capone.
Stay out our way. You should stay out our way. And I'm tired of the way that we all been living. Out here acting like we a bunch of Christians. Ambition to go to school, no, we gotta get this money in our pockets. It's time to go fishing. You might say I'm tripping, but anxious need a living. You know I got that vision. So don't start flipping when you hear about all these victims. How I ripped them and ruined their career in the system. We really hope you know that you ain't right. You know that you ain't right. Hope you know that you ain't right.
Here he comes. He's about.
You ain't right. I know you know this, the flow sick, but you know this. Always been an expert, never a novice. Novice, maybe I'm a monster. Here to take the game hostage, cause it's too full of garbage. Goddamn imposters, taking up the sponsors. Seems like the scam is the only ones that want us. They know once our foot's in the door, they all gone. I'm too good to be ignored, but they yellow like jaundice. Whether you're scared, hate it, or love it, I'm here regardless. My music's out of this world, my fans are martyrs.
You can try it. Big ounce. That's big ounce.
Accusations is just another perspective of a lie. Why try? Bring your powerless against the God. I hear it all the time. Can't I wish I had what you had. That's cause I'm always on my grind. Never giving up. Yes, I'm always 1 foot up. 2 steps on your motherfucking luck. How's that for power, son? Time of the hour. Fuck your thunder. I'm running on top of it. Too loud and this bitch for this high. I fear myself, yeah. So I don't need to be selfish, but fuck the world, man. You got a problem, then come handle it. I wish a motherfucker would on some real shit. On a real, no, yeah. Some real motherfuckers walking through. Ain't nothing that you can do about it neither.
Thank you. There you go. I had to thank you. That's good. See,
Thank
now
you.
everybody knows what I do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey. Yes, I appreciate you so much, man.
yeah. Okay. You can hear us. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys back here because we're gonna close out.
Yeah.
But let's see. Now, your lyrics are unapologetically real because we know, look, I know you're real.
Yeah.
What's one verse or line from your music that feels like it encapsulates, like it's a tongue twister, encapsulates your journey most?
I got so much. I don't know. I mean, I maybe might not even be on a song, but I say something like, I walk through any streets with my jersey fitted on. These cats looking at me like I won't shit on their lawn. I'm a hard-headed soldier. Say your prayers when you see me. My Glock ran swishes like it's a fucking genie. That's what
Mm,
I say. Yeah.
mic drop. Like,
I drop it. I got to find what song that was on. So,
oh
yeah.
wow. Wow. Okay, okay. I can dig it. So what's next for Anxious Money? Are there any upcoming projects, collaborations your fans should be looking forward
I
to?
believe I'm trying to see if I can work it out, but I will be at the Yo ATL Awards.
Okay.
They got me nominated for Made You Look. I guess you hear that voice and you got to stop and look. So I'm trying to get out there, but the situation I got going on right now, I don't know if my mom can handle the kids out for a little
Okay.
couple of days. But hey, if I could do it, anxious getting on that plane for a weekend, and after that, I got an Alpha Blood mixtape,
Oh,
Wolfpack Alpha Blood. Uh, Shout out Wolfpack, man.
shout
When
out.
I first started, when I first started, again, I was just looking for an app to record music on, and
Oh,
that's where I met Capone. And we had a group in there called Wolfpack. Now it's called Wolfpack Out for Blood.
yes.
And I have a mixtape coming out.
Wow.
Shout out AK7. We got this kid AK7, man. We've had him the whole time. He's only 16 years old, bro. He's from, I believe, Brooklyn,
Oh,
and
wow.
I think it's OFBA K7 or something like that. But shout out him, man. He's definitely gonna be something. He's already doing his thing. Shout out Big Ounce. Shout
Mm.
out 1037 Jams. Shout out if I miss you, I'm so sorry, but shout out Monster Yo, shout out Mr. Vega, shout out Kip. You already know what time it is. Shout out I am DJ Squirt. Shout out Trey7 and shout out Big Seven, man. I am Big Seven podcast. And shout out you, beautiful. Like you
Aw.
made my day. I appreciate you. I delayed it a little bit because I wasn't in that mode. Now I'm in that mode. Thank you. I love you. Get 'em. That's anxious. I love y'all. Till
Well,
the next time.
thank you so much. Wow,
Yeah.
that this is going. Yeah, this is our first interview, so we're gonna have multiple chats. But how was your experience with In the Know 360?
Very, very excitable. Like I'm glad that it wasn't like a month away because I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and like I love people that make podcasts for the people, like not for you. You know what I mean? You every time you're on, I feel like you're doing something for somebody else, and it's just a beautiful podcast, man. And y'all show love to people that ain't got love yet, and we show it back when we get it. You know what I mean?
I
Very
appreciate.
much love, and very much love to whoever's behind the scenes helping with, the cameras and all that. I don't know what goes down with that, but shout out anybody else that helped to make this happen, man. Shout out my fans. I love y'all. We ain't going nowhere but up. And
That's right.
ride with it, or get your seatbelt off and get in the back. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. Shout out to
Yeah,
Capone. I appreciate
yeah,
you for hosting my boy Anxious and giving him the platform.
yeah,
AK7 the future. Shout out Anxious. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Shout out to you, Capone, and can't wait till you come on here too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
with that being said, please be sure to subscribe to Anxious Money and Internet 360. Don't forget to like, comment, view all the episodes. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Instagram, I said Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all that good stuff. And also, please, let's continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Let's free Monster Yo and all our brothers and sisters that need support. This has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between Internet 360 and Anxious Money. Salute.
Salute. Can I give one more shout out, man? I totally forgot, man. Since I'm young, Angelina, the chosen one, man. Shout out her, man. She's always been there for me. Shout out. She was the one with the rapping on the comments. Shout
Oh,
out her, man. She's good people. Thank you, Angelina. Much love. Hey, I am so happy. Thank you very much for this. Let's
thank you so
go.
much, sir. I appreciate you. Much love.
Appreciate you. Have a
Have a
good one.
okay.
All right.